action. It is the women's 1500 metre freestyle, and we are soon good to get going with the first of our heats. There will be 7 in total, and this is heat number 1. So in the first of our heats in lane 1 from Tiger Sharks is Laura Edwards. 2 from City of Norwich, Tilly Anima. Lane 3 from Millfield, Isabella Woolard. Lane 4 from City of Salford, Lucy Dixon. 5 also from City of Salford, Ella Bloxage. 6 from Newmarket, Neve Pooley. And 7 from Shiverers is Eve Hall. All the entry times for these swimmers are around the 19-minute mark, but those times definitely there to be beaten over the course of the next 1500 metres. And of course, new territory for a lot of these as well. 4 of these 7 swimmers in the 12-13 year age group. And it's the first time that this event has been swum at the Swimming on Nationals, so new learning curve certainly for all the swimmers we'll be seeing over the course of the next 7 heats. There's a couple of days as well for the girls, with the 1500s today and the 800s tomorrow, in the same fashion in which the boys on day 2 had to encounter this race, and then day 3 do almost half the distance. They'll be enjoying their lunch break no doubt this afternoon, but now it's over to the girls. And the format always the same, 7 heats, each of these swimmers swimming the race just the once. Their time will be then compared with those in their age group to determine who will get those medals. Don't forget as well, we are of course running our competition on the hashtag SE Swimming. All we want you to do in order to be in with a chance of winning a Tia mesh bag, just tweet us your favourite moment of the week so far here at the Swim England National Summer Meet. We are on the penultimate day, we're getting towards the end already of the week. And you've been superb so far with your interaction on Twitter. Do keep that up, and the winner, myself and Steve, will announce later on this evening. We'll also be keeping you up to date with the first day's worth of action at the European Championships in Glasgow. Adam Peaty already swimming in 100 breaststroke. European record, and he'll be with James Wilby in the semi-finals of that competition. Ross Murdoch, incidentally, completed the trio of British swimmers, the fastest three from the heats earlier today in the 100 breaststroke, but unfortunately the rule in the Europeans is that a maximum of 2 swimmers from each nation can progress to the semi-finals, so it means that Murdoch agonisingly misses out. And there'll also be 2 British representatives as well in the women's 400 IM final tonight, so we'll ensure we keep you updated with the progress of our British swimmers as the day goes on at those European Championships. And we'll do the same tomorrow as well. Do keep tweets coming in as well on the hashtag SE Swimming. Daniel says looking forward to the finals later for Jodie, Gemma and Sam. Great swim by Jack, who narrowly missed out. Hashtag swim fast, hashtag pride of Tivy, hashtag we will be watching. Watch that, Donna. Anne-Marie says good luck to Bella in her nationals debut in the 100 back. Croydon saying well done to Ava. Great swim in the 50 breast to make the final this evening. Hashtag proud. Leah says, come on, Lily Derry, with your UK Nationals race. We love you. Kate says, so proud of you, Georgia, into the 50 breaststroke final in second place and a massive PB as well for Wirral Metro. Rachel saying a fab swim in the 200 fly heat means Ellie in the final. Of course, starting at 4:30 this afternoon. Louise says, great swim, Iona in the 100 backstroke, well done. Karen, super proud of Neve Ward, swam right on her PB in her Nationals debut, looking forward to the 200 back tomorrow. Alan says, loving the live stream from the Swim England National Summer Meet. Go Team Haringey, Max and Shaquille. Outstanding swims in the heats. And the last one for now. Great picture sent in from Lauren of the Swindon Dolphin girls competing in the 1500 metre freestyle with their range of pre-swim rituals, if you like, just on the mats in the spectator gallery. She says, bring on the final day of the champs of the Swindon girls competing. Hashtag smash it. So thanks for those. I'm sure plenty more will be filtering through as well over the course of this mid-afternoon session. Hashtag SE Swimming. So I'm ticking by very quickly in this heat. We're well over halfway, and well, the last time I looked up at the pool, seemed to be a very similar landscape at the front to what it is now. Lucy Dixon in lane 4 of City of Salford, alongside Tilly and Ema of City of Norwich. Now, as I say, the breakdown of this really is that there are two separate age categories in this heat. So we have the 12, 13-year-old girls in lanes 3, 4, 5 and 6. And then in lanes 1, 2 and 7 are the 17 years and older. So we do have an exciting final third of this race or so on our hands, with Tilly and Ema in 2 and Lucy Dixon in 4, keeping each other very close company indeed, but they're not directly competing for the same spots in the standings. But as a straight-up race, it'll be interesting to see how things materialise in that respect. Lucy Dixon's teammate from the northwest, Ella Bloxage, is currently in 3rd. She's the youngest in the pool here as well, turning 12 years of age this year. For Lucy Dixon, whose PB 18:56.2, reached the best out of all 7 of these swimmers. He's going along at a nice rate with Tilly and Ema. As we look further back in the pool, currently in 4th spot and all on their own at the moment, Isabella Woolard of Millfield. It's a tough race to do when you haven't got anyone with you to give you that reassurance, or maybe that extra push. You're either on course at a good pace, or maybe you need to up it a little bit faster. And when we look at Emma Bloxage, and she's doing a lot of chasing at the moment. Same for Isabella Woolard in lane 3 as well. The important thing is to be mentally resolute enough to stop yourself giving into the temptation of just pushing a bit quicker than maybe you were planning to beforehand. Nima just Slightly turning the screw. Bit of a lead now that she holds over Lucy Dixon by about a second. I'll make that 2 seconds. It's grown 100% over that 50-metre spell. But behind the front two, the rest of the pool very much spread out. Even at the back, you've got Neva Pooley, Newmarket leaving behind Eve Hull now. And as this one enters almost its final 300 metres. These girls really giving a good account of themselves right now. And it's a very competitive field, the 12-13-year-old age group. Unlike some of the boys in the last couple of days in the long-distance events, we won't actually know our 12-13-year-old winner until the final heat, which isn't that common. We won't know our 14-year-old winner until the end of heat 6, and all the rest of the age groups as well will be decided in heat 7. So we've got an awful long wait this afternoon to find out who our 5 age group champions are. So whether these girls are expecting to be up there or not, it's a long wait for them to find out exactly what their final position will be in the standings once everything has been swam and done. Very shortly, for the first time this afternoon, we'll hear the ring of the bell, and hearing it first will be Tilly Anima of City of Norwich in lane 2. Sometimes it's that extra little boost that you need, along with a couple of roars from the coaches and the parents as well, just to know you're almost there. 1,400 metres down, 100 to go. And this is where you just make sure everything is left in the pool. You have no regrets at the end of it all. At the end of this, there'll certainly be a burnout for these swimmers. And this fragment of energy they've got being burnt right now. So Anima turning for the final 50. A split there just over 18 minutes, 18.074. PB is the order of the day here, and it looks like Tilly Anima's going to split hers by, at the minute, you'd say around 10 seconds. 25 minutes to go, things looking very good for her. It's been a good finish as well from Ella Bloxage. I'd say the gap between her and her teammate Lucy Dixon is a lot closer now than it was a couple of 100 metres ago. So here we are. How many PBs are we going to get here? Tilly Anima touching in, 18.36.61. It's a big PB for her, and it's more than 10 seconds. And it's 23 seconds. That is huge from Tilly Anima. Lucy Dixon touching in there as well on 18.41.24. That's a 15-second PB for her. Ella Bloxage, her teammate, in closely behind her. And again, that is a very strong score of 18.47.13. That's around 9-second better the PB. Good embrace as well between the two Salford swimmers there, getting their lifetime bests, and some other times coming in now. We have 19:07.75 for Isabella Woolard. Laura Edwards in next, 19:27.77, as we say, for a lot, if not all of these swimmers, the first time that they swam this, a national event. So a real big achievement there, and to get a PB in itself is a bonus. As the last two come in now, and there we have it. Let's hear it one more time for heat number one. Solid start to this mid-afternoon session. Confirmation of those results on the scoreboard now. Tilly Anima winning that one, Lucy Dixon and Ella Bloxage completing the top three there with PBs. Up next, it's heat number two.
Take him out.
At least 10 minutes to swim down. 10 minutes in the swim down pool, and then pop up and we'll go through what you did. It was really good, really solid.
Ladies and gentlemen, on heat number two. In the girls 15. In zero from Barnet Copthall, that is Lauren Mew. In one from City of Sheffield is Georgia Robertson. Two in Thanet Swims colours is Madison Lay. In three from Team Bath is Maya Crudgington. Four from Newquay is Beth Lines. Catherine Nouse from Swindon Dolphins is in five. In six from City Liverpool, that's Zoe Carlos. Amelia Jovanov from Dulwich Dolphins goes in lane 7. And on the far side, out on her own, in lane 9. From the City of Liverpool is Holly Barden. The quickest swimmer coming into this race is Beth Lines in lane 4, who by no means is one of the oldest in the race. A couple of older girls either side of her. Maya Crudgington is 16 this year. Catherine now 17. Beth 14. Showing my personal best this year, 18:44.08. Swam that in Millfield. which gave me the opportunity to come to these championships and swim this event. Generally speaking, the times are all pretty close to each other, especially in the middle section between lane 6 and 2, all really within a second of each other. Outside lanes attacking on a few extra. Not that you'd know that from the start of this race, it's pretty open realistically. Making the quickest start is Madison Lay from Thanet Swim. She's 14 this year. PB of 18:46.03, set that in Crawley in May. And qualification for this event. As I mentioned at the top of the day, ladies and gents, we'll keep you up to date with what's happening in Glasgow at the European Championships if you're not already familiar. The morning session has come to a close in Glasgow. We've had a good morning as well from a British perspective. Amy Wilmot and Hannah Miley have qualified through to the final of the women's 400 metres individual medley. Had a slightly more disappointing time of it in the 400 freestyle, both Stephen Milne and Jay Lelliott just missing out on qualification in that one. They finished 12th and 13th respectively, outside the top 10, who were the qualifiers. Very tough field, mind. Our best result in the 50 freestyle came courtesy of Anna Hopkin, who is a reserve for qualification. She finished 19th in that event. Lucy Hope 38th for GB. In the 50 backstroke, Nick Pyle on debut for Great Britain swimming, and has made the semi-finals of the 50-metre backstroke, which is a great result for Nick Pyle, really pleasing for him. And then the 100 fly, and a really good result for Alice Thomas. She qualified through pretty strongly for the 100 fly semi-finals. Emily Large didn't quite make it, finished 20th overall. Charlotte Atkinson, however, did. So 2 girls through to the 100 fly semi-finals. Emily Large agonised on the outside of that. And as Jonathan mentioned in the last race, extraordinary result really in the 100-metre breaststroke. 3 British swimmers quickest in qualifying, but due to the competition rules, Ross Murdoch, as the slowest one of those 3, not permitted to swim through in the semi-finals, which is a real shame, but rules are rules, as they say. And at 59.14, he was very, very quick. Adam Peaty doing Adam Peaty things and swimming a championship record this morning, the quickest time in the world this year. He'll do that. Our girls had a good time of it in the 4x100 metre freestyle. Lucy Hope, Anna Hopkin, Ellie Faulkner and Freya Anderson qualifying through to the final in 7th place. They'll feel like they've got half a chance in that one. Not quite as good a result for the boys. They're a reserve for the final. The team of Callum Jarvis, Craig McLean, David Cumberledge and James Guy. that, I believe, is just about that for this morning. So it's been a pretty good opening morning for Britain in the swimming at the European Aquatics Championships in Glasgow. The finals get underway about half an hour after our evening session starts, and rest assured, we will keep you up to date with any medal alerts, that's for sure. Back to the action though here in the pool in Ponds. Madison Lay, who is going along very nicely in front of Mila Jovanov, the Dulwich Dolphins, in lane 7. So it's lanes 2 and 7 who are the leading two. Madison Ray having a really, really good time with it. Looking very strong. Amelia Jovanov as well, going along very nicely. Zoe Carlos is next in the race in third, and she's definitely within striking range here for sure. Still a long way to go in this one. As we head to the 2/3 mark of this race. Plenty of people have been in touch over the course of the mini lunch break. Keynsham Swimming Club very happy with their youngsters in this morning's performances. Leah, Evie Rose and Lara and Ella, very proud club they are at present. City of Derby really pleased by their progress by the troops this morning. Hashtag Go Derby. Well done to Megan, Isaac, Libby, Johnny, Joe and Joel. Chesham also congratulating their swimmers on a very profitable morning session. In particular, Mirabelle. City of St Albans are a happy team, so too are Devonport. Amersham, very pleased with Jamie, who finished his 100-metre backstroke in 60.89, another PB for him. Karen Cruz has been in touch. And good luck, Gemma and Jodie, in your finals from Tiverton. She's back in the Devonport team as well.
in this race. Karen Saunders is getting behind Maya Crudgington in lane 3 for Team Bath, part of the blue and gold army. Swimming the distance this afternoon. A reminder, we are running our competition at present as well. If you'd like to get hold of some Tia goodies, in particular Tia mesh bag, which make a brilliant addition to any swimming kit, all you have to do is tweet us your favourite memory of the championships so far. These are, of course, very personal memories. Have you got a swim that sticks out? Did one of your swimmers do something spectacular? Let us know. Use the hashtag SESwimming and you can win yourself a Tia mesh bag. It really is that simple. Do get in touch with us. Hashtag SESwimming. What is your moment of the championship so far? And the best ones will receive a Tia mesh bag. Coming towards the business end then of this one. And Madison Lay has been so consistent, so good all the way through. It's difficult to see any way that she's not going to win this. Moira came in with a time of 18:46. She's now 200 metres away from the finish, and she's underneath 16 minutes. This is going to be a big, big PB, I think. Shouts from down on the pool deck, making sure there's no let up just yet. There are plenty of youngsters still to come in this one. Madison Lay in the 14-year category. Still lots of them to come. They go as deep as heat number 6 in this one. So this win will be nice, but absolutely no guarantee of any medals or anything like that. It's all Madison can do to go as quickly as possible and see where it takes her. She's about to hear the merciful sound of the bell. 100 metres to go for Thanet Swims, Madison Lay. Nearly there. Plenty of support for Madison down on the pool deck. Second remains Zoe Carlos and Mila Jovanov. Very close to each other in second and third. They've interchanged positions a couple of times. Fourth is Maya Crudgington from Team Bath in 3, going on pretty nicely. Now, all about the time here from Madison Lay. What can she produce? Remember, that personal best set in May in Crawley, 18:46. She's going to be inside it. That much is clear. But just by how much? Last big push. Inside the final 10. It's a massive personal best for Madison Lay, and it's a win in Heat 2 as she touched it in 18:23. 22 and a bit seconds off her personal best. Stunning performance. Zoe Carlos comes in behind her for the City of Liverpool, taking second place. She's taken a big chunk of her personal best as well. So too, Mila Jovanov finishing in third. Maya Crudgington has come in behind in fourth place for Team Bath. She's taken a few seconds off her personal best as well, as the rest of the field start to come in to the finish. Holly Barden for the City of Liverpool will come in 8th place here to finish her race, 19:16.22. And then Catherine Nowes for Swindon in lane 5. Last few strokes for Catherine to complete her race and indeed complete the race. Those are the confirmed results then, ladies and gentlemen. A great swim from Madison Lay. She takes a great win, 18:23.89. Those are the official results. We move on to heat number 3.
Kick him out.
Underway with heat 3. Lane 0 from Swindon Dolphins is the first of the Gullivers, Caitlin Gulliver. Lane 1 from Chesterfield, Sophia Allen. Lane 2 from Mid Sussex, Bethany Abrams. Lane 3 from City of Oxford, Dorothy Goodgame. 4 from Guildford City, Kennedy Gordon. 5 from City of Bristol, Eleanor Hollier. In 6 from Royal Wolverhampton, Holly Gregory. And lane 7 from Nova Centurion, Summer Simpson. Lane 8 from Swindon Dolphins, Emily Gulliver. Lane 9 from City of Leeds is Neve Carroll. Of course, as with any of our races here at this Swim England summer meet, there's a case of the swimmers being seated in their lanes based on their entry times. And for all but 2 of our swimmers, their entry times are also their PBs, the exceptions being 2 on the outer lanes, Caitlin Gulliver in 0 and Neve Carroll in 9. Neve Carroll in lane 9, incidentally, her PB's the fastest out of the 9 swimmers in the pool. 7/10 of a second quicker than the PB Kennedy Gordon can boast in lane 4. Those 2, the only 2 in the pool to have ever gone under 18:40. mixture of age groups in this one. We have a couple from the 12-13 year age group. They are Bethany Abrams in 2, Kennedy Gordon in 4, and Neve Carroll in 9. And the 14-year-old swimmers, Caitlin Gulliver in 0, Summer Simpson in 7, and Emily Gulliver in 8. And the next age group, the 17 years and over. 2 of those, Dorothy Goodgame in 3, Sophia Allen in 1, Holly Gregory in 6 is in the 16-year category. And as I say, we won't know any of our medal winners until we get to heat 6 or 7, depending on what age category you're invested in. Coming in from Warriors, good luck to Coral Farrell in the 100 fly final later on today. And also Newcastle twitching in, let us know they've got 3 interests tonight over 3 different competitions. One of them here, Izzy Winter in the 100 freestyle final. Of course, Nicholas Pyle in the 50-metre backstroke semi-final in Glasgow 2018. So Newcastle with several fingers in different pies tonight. Metres to go. Summer Simpson and now Centurion in lane 7 leading the way, and it's not by a huge margin, but the fact that you're at the front is always encouraging anyway. Seems to be going through the water quicker than Dorothy Goodgame of City of Oxford, who's taken the, seems like the more slow and steady approach, compared to Summer Simpson, whose arms are then out of the water like a flash in comparison to Dorothy Goodgame. Swim lane 1, Sophia Allen of Chesterfield. Probably in the middle. And the 2 swimmers in front of her based on the pace and the rate of strokes. Lane 4, Kennedy Gordon in 4th, but the rest of the pool pretty tightly knit, no one dropping off the boil, so some pretty consistent times should be seen here. And of course we've seen quite a few PBs already, and anything under 18:40, most of our swimmers will be a new PB. We're about 10 minutes away from that point. There's still a while to go. There's still Lots of time left to make up ground if you're behind, but also for those in front to begin to make errors as well. There was such a distance, frequent errors do add up and can cost you. So this one with a couple of intriguing pairings at the front, with Good Game in 3 and Simpson in 7. Then you've got Allen in 1 and Gordon in 4. And you've got that trio in lanes 0, 2 and 6 with Caitlin Gulliver, Bethany Abrams and Holly Gregory. And even at the back, how close it is between Niamh Carroll in 9 and Emily Gulliver of Swindon in 8. So no one being left on the road, and that's probably a good thing. Can't get lonely over such a distance. So there's always someone that you can compare your own swim to, and each of those swimmers have got someone right now that they can do that with. That could change though. There'll be one or two wanting to get away from their partner, if you like. Just wriggle their way free. And there's a lot of time left for that to be the case. Our leaders reaching the 1,000-metre mark. And still precious little separating Summer Simpson in lane 7 and Dorothy Good Game in lane 3. They're in two separate age groups. Dorothy Good Game in the 17 years and over. She's leading in that respect, but Summer Simpson out in front overall. And out of her age group as well, which are the 14-year swimmers. And Kimberly Gordon in lane 4. She's in the bracket below that, 12 to 13-year-olds. Coaches on the far side, on the near as well, with these swimmers every single length of the way, encouraging them, taking stock of their performance. And of course, you see with a lot of the swimmers, they do get the breath back after a race, have a chat with the coach immediately about what's just happened, and before they break it down in more detail. Of course, there's the ability now with the live stream to watch it back, and also lots of tablets filming these races to analyse and break down what went right and what went wrong. Things starting to go right for Kennedy Gordon as she's got herself clear of Sophia Allen. And the front three threatening to really stretch their way afield from everyone else. We were saying that there were partnerships going on around the pool, but look at most of them that were there. They were consisting of swimmers that were several lanes apart from one another, and you do wonder how much the likes of Summer Simpson right now and Dorothy Goodgame in 3 actually see of one another. Both tending to face inwards towards one another as they come for air, but again, they're not actually in direct competition with each other. But you do want to win your heat, because it is, of course, synonymous with success. A reminder as well that all the heats for this event will be swum in this mid-afternoon session. The fastest heat declared winner, if you like, is Heat 7, and that will be part of this session rather than the evening. And so we will be able to award our medalists in the next hour and a half or so, before our finals begin at 4:30 tonight. We are hopeful that the warm-up times for this evening's finals and the conclusion of these 1500-metre events don't merge into one another, so the pool should be open at 3:30 for the warm-ups for those finals at 4:30. Of course, the diving pit, as ever, is open. As our leading two, who have been the leading two all the way through this, they're not getting bored of being up there. We're into the final 200 metres. Summer Simpson's been kicking a lot compared to Dorothy Goodgame, and she's really been digging in as well with the upper body. Goodgame looking more relaxed, but is that a facade, or does she have something ready to give late on? Kennedy Gordon's making really strong progress, and again, we were saying that the PBs for these swimmers, mostly around the 1840 mark, and breaking that will be a good achievement, but who's to say it's not going to be even further? You look at the previous two heats and you've seen PB improvements, 5, 10, 15, even 20 seconds. And that's possible over a long distance, particularly with the younger swimmers as well. But as I was saying to Steve earlier, when we were recapping on the first 3 days of action or so, these improvements are being made not just in the younger categories, which you really expect, but right across the board as well. And this is exemplified now by the fact that you've got Dorothy Goodgame in the eldest category here, trying to battle away at the front with younger swimmers such as Summer Simpson in the 14-year category, and also Kennedy Gordon in the 12 to 13-year age group. A mixture of ages, but all together in the pool and battling out towards the top, as the noise levels really increase now here at Ponds Forge for this final 100 metres, in which our front three are already well in the flow of. So Summer Simpson managing to find that extra reserve required here, and Kennedy Gordon hot on the tail of Dorothy Goodgame as they turn for their final 50 metres. Summer Simpson's split time currently reading 2.5, maybe even 3 seconds quicker than that of Dorothy Goodgame. And 25 metres left. Surely she's got this sewn up in respect of the heat, but it's not about winning the heat. It is about getting that faster time as you possibly can. So she's got to keep on going right towards the wall. Dorothy Goodgame's got Kennedy Gordon chopping at the heels. But out in front, Summer Simpson, a solid swim from her, 18:06.38. And there you go. How about that for a huge, huge PB from Summer Simpson, from 18:42 to 18:06. Dorothy Goodgame next in, 18:10.14. That was close in the end between her and Kennedy Gordon, around 0.72 the difference there. Those two smashing their PBs by around 30 seconds. But Summer Simpson's time, incredibly noteworthy, 36 seconds the improvement. And improvements mostly across the board as well. Simpson from Goodgame, from Gordon, and less swimmers coming in now as well. So applause all over the board there for those 9 swimmers slogging it out in that 1500 free. huge improvement from Summer Simpson, Dorothy Goodgame and Kennedy Gordon as well. Can be very pleased with their performances. Up next, Heat 4.
Heat number 4, and of the 1500 metre freestyles. For the girls, pace quickening and quickening by the heat. In 0 in this one, from Basildon and Phoenix, is Ruby Wheeler. In 1, from Bracknell, is Rosa Jenkinson. In 2, from Royal Wolverhampton School, is Katie Leary. In 3, from Southport, Ella Smith. In 5, from Wolverhampton, Helena Mole. In 6, from Wigan Borough Elite Swim Team, is Olivia Sheehan. 7, from Nova Centurion, is Imogen Spoog. 8 is Talia Staines from Bourne End. And in 9 from Wolverhampton is Jessica Banks. Now let's set the scene a little bit for you in this race, shall we? We've got a variety of age categories. The two we're going to focus on first are Olivia Sheehan and Ruby Wheeler, lanes 6 and 0 respectively. They are the final swimmers to go who will compete in the 12 and 13 year category. So keep an eye on lanes 6 and 0. Those two are essentially swimming together. Ruby Wheeler has been in wonderful form all week. Been on top of the podium, been on the podium plenty of times. Won the National Open Water title for her age group as well. She's a very, very talented distance swimmer. 1500 in theory should be something she's very good at. She did it out on the lake at Rother Valley. Can she do it in the pool in Ponds Forge? Olivia Sheehan, meanwhile, is quicker on paper at the very least, coming into this event. Ruby Wheeler clocked a personal best of 18:38.10, whereas Sheehan is looking at 18:34.8. She set that in Liverpool in May, so her personal best is about 4 seconds quicker. And she does have a year on, Ruby Wheeler, who only turns 12 this year. And it's really a testament to how good she is in the sense that she is a year younger than some of the swimmers in her category, but is still giving them plenty of food for thought when it comes to podium places. And coach on the near side here, waving her on. In 0 and 6, they're pretty much level pegging. Ruby just behind Olivia in the early stages here by about half a second. In the rest of the field, still plenty to focus on here. The next youngest is in the 14-year age category, and that is Katie Leary. She's in lane 2, currently in 5th place overall. In the blue hat there of Royal Wolverhampton School. There are a few more, quite a few more 14-year-olds to come in the next couple of heats. So she's looking really just to set the standard for them if she can. And we've got quite a few swimmers in the 15-year age category. Ella Smith, Helena Mole, and Imogen Spoog. Talia Staines is in the 16 years in lane 8, and Rosie Jenkinson is in the seniors in lane 1. So too is Jessica Banks in lane 9. Hope that becomes a little clearer for you, ladies and gentlemen. This is a heat, but in many ways isn't a straight-up race. Swimmers will not mind not finishing first, and this is all relative compared to their times in their age categories. In particular, keep an eye on our youngsters in lane 6, Olivia Sheehan and 0, Ruby Wheeler. They are the last swimmers in their category to swim. As we come towards the halfway point, Olivia Sheehan having a great swim so far. She's currently in 3rd, or rather 2nd at that turn, just behind Helena Mole, who leads the way. Ruby Wheeler about a 2nd and a 3rd back in 5th place, but still quite close in the early stages here. Imogen Spoog is up there in 3rd, Jessica Banks in 4th. Plenty of tweets coming in, which is lovely to see. Andrew Willis says, good luck Beth Cooper, heat 5 in the 1500 metre free. Love from the Willises, watching in Shanghai. Oh, love that. I think you take the prize, Andrew, for being our furthest watcher of the week. Hope you're having a lovely time in Shanghai. And there from memory, that's quite a time difference. They'll be really cracking on over there. Staying up late to watch the swimming. Huge amount of respect to you, Andrew, and the rest of the Willis clan. Best of luck to Beth Cooper in our next heat. In heat 5, she's going in lane 3 for Tigers jersey. And Lucy Willis has got on the back of that as well. She's also tweeting good luck to Beth. We're watching in China. Lovely stuff. Newcastle swim team have been on Twitter as well, shouting out their swimmers who are going on well. Izzy Winters made the 100 metre freestyle final tonight for Newcastle. And of course, as I mentioned a little bit earlier, Nick Heil in the 50 metre backstroke European semi-final. Lovely moment for Nick on debut
for Britain.
Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, if you are inside the venue, we are after your favourite memories of the Swim England National Summer Meet this week. You can win yourself a tier bag. All you need to do is use the hashtag SESwimming and let us know your favourite memory of the week so far. It can be absolutely anything. Whatever your favourite memory is, let us know. Use the hashtag SESwimming and you can win yourself a lovely tier bag. Interesting developments in the race here. Just starting to alter a touch. Olivia Sheehan is now out in front. She leads. Second place is Helena Mole. Third, Ruby Wheeler. The youngsters are leading the way. Imogen Spoog in fourth place, but a little way back from Ruby. So we do have a definitive front three, as it were, and two of them are our youngest swimmers in the race. It's going to be a really, really interesting finish, this, I think. 10 laps to go at the two-thirds point. And it's our young'uns who are showing them how it's done. Olivia Sheehan leads the way. Ruby Wheeler in second place. 13 and 12 respectively.
towards the business end of this one. It is close. Ruby Wheeler and Olivia Sheehan are having a real battle at the front of this one. Ruby Wheeler breathing to her right. I think she just wants to try and check on the position of Olivia Sheehan. She knows she's having a good race here. Really good distance swimmer. Yeah, she's deliberately breathing on the inside. She wants to know. Just had a little check there as she turns. Now she's more comfortable on her right. She'll see a coach. And the coach says go, go, go. Ruby Wheeler then extending her lead. It is now quite a big one. She's got a real chance here. A reminder, that personal best did sit at 18:38.10. It's gonna go, there's no doubt about that. How much will it go by? And will she top the podium in the 12 to 13 years? Now's the time to really dig deep, to go to the well one last time. Looks so strong and composed here, Ruby Wheeler. Olivia Sheehan doesn't look like she's got to come back in her. She's still going to finish a long way clear of third place. It's still a brilliant swim, this from Olivia Sheehan. But it just goes to show how good this is from Ruby Wheeler. She is miles in front of the rest of the field here. What a really impressive swim from the youngest lady in this race. 12 just this year. Ruby Wheeler is going to come home. PB was 18:38. You can kiss that one goodbye. It's a massive new PB. It's 18:13.3. Round of applause from the crowd. Round of applause from the coach as well. I think we're pretty happy with that. Basildon and Phoenix. Olivia Sheehan comes in behind 18:21.21 for Olivia Sheehan. That itself is a new personal best for her as well by well over 10 seconds. Imogen Spoog comes in third place, 18:31 for Imogen. She's in the 15-year category and a new PB for her as well. Quickest of the 15 years in this one. Still quite a few to come though over the rest of these 1500 freestyle heats. The rest of the field just coming in now. This is Ella Smith and Talia Staines finishing up in 8th and 9th, and that will just about do us for Heat 4. A brilliant win for Ruby Wheeler. Olivia Sheehan in 2nd, Imogen Spoog in 3rd. Those are the confirmed results as we move on to Heat 4.
Heat 5 of 7 in full flow now. Lane 0 from Wickham District is Abel Zakazewski. No, lane 1. Lane 2 from Paul Isabel Hepburn. 3 from Tigers Jersey, Bethan Cooper. And 4 from City of Salford, Isabel Hartley. 5 from Swindon Dolphins, Megan Adamson. 6 from City of Sheffield, Abigail Miles. Lane 7 from City of Leicester, Lucy Russell. Lane 8 from Stockport Metro, Lucia Hearn. And in 9 from City of Derby is Georgina Walker. So after that super swim from Ruby Wheeler in the last heat, she'll have to wait until heat 7. And Bobby Harper of Northampton to find out whether or not her time of 18:13.3 is enough for the 12 to 13-year-old gold medal. Order of the day, though, in this heat, got the 14-year-olds, the 15s, the 16s, and the 17s and over. So again, real meshing of the age groups in the 14-year category. Bethan Cooper in lane 3, Abigail Miles in 6, and Lucy Russell in 7. As for the 15 years, Adel Zakazewski in 0. Isabel Hartley in 4, Megan Adamson in 5, and Lucia Hearn in 8. And then the one 16-year-old swimmer in this is Isabel Hepburn in 2. And the one 17 years and over is Georgina Walker in 9. Amanda's been in touch. Good luck, Izzy Hepburn, in your 1500 race today. Last race of the week. What a way to go out, eh? Lane 2 in this one is Izzy Hepburn. But Tyler says, so firm final did it. Thank goodness she got a medal and an EPB in the multi-class 200 metre freestyle event. The drive home tomorrow will be bearable. Let's hope for a good time in the fly finals tonight. Hashtag fingers crossed. And that, of course, coming from Tyler Ianu himself, an S14 multi-class swimmer that we had here in Sheffield last week at the British Swimming Summer Championships. So thanks Tyler for getting in touch. David says, go Meg, heat 5, lane 5 of the 1500 free. Hashtag Swindon Dolphins. Quite a few Swindon Dolphins swimmers already taking part in this event. And, Megan Adamson in lane 5, the latest of them. Maya says, good luck to my best friend, Megan Adamson. Also support for her as well in lane 5 of this race. Thanks for that, Maya. And lastly for now, Helen says, well done to Amy. Looking forward to watching tonight. Hashtag Blue and Gold Army Of course, Amy, the team Bath swimmer, after she made it through to the 100 free finals. Of course, those finals tonight starting at 4:30. Pre-show starting around 10 minutes before or so. So make sure you join us for that. Now the warm-up for the evening session starting at 3:30. All the time. We should be well clear of the 1500 metre freestyles, and we'll have given out our medals as well to the victors and the medalists in the 5 different age categories. And as we say, we will not know until the end of the next heat our first set of winners, and that'll be in the 14-year age group, of which there are 1 or 2 in this heat knocking on the door in that, and then the remaining 4 age groups will be fully decided at the end of heat 7. You could trust that to the men's 1500 and the 800 as well that we had in the last couple of days. We knew at least by around heat 4 or 5 who'd won in the younger categories, so some really talented younger swimmers in the female 1500. That they're going to be featuring in some of our faster, later heats. And 3 14-year-old swimmers in this haven't got an easy time of it, because there will be 4 in their category coming up in heat 6, so it's going to have to take some really good times from the likes of Bethan Cooper in 3, Abigail Miles in 6 and Lucy Russell in 7 to be in amongst that top trio, but it is very, very doable. You never know what can happen. Leading the way right now is Bethan Cooper, Tigers jersey, in lane 3. We're, in terms of time and distance, at the halfway point, and so far so good for Cooper. But interestingly, still in the red cap up alongside her, she's in the same age group, Abigail Miles in lane 6 of City of Sheffield. So this, should it remain this way, in around 700 metres time, will be cracking finale between those two. And I'm sure family, relatives and friends of those two will be chewing their nails bitterly right to the end if the distance is what it is right now. 3/4 of a second in favour of Bethan Cooper at that latest touch on the wall, but it looks like Abigail Miles here has just got the better on this length perhaps. She has by 0.13, so that's swung around there in favour of the Steel City swimmer in 6, but again very small margins in what is a very, very long race. Third position being held by Georgina Walker of City of Derby in lane 9, the only 17 years and over representative here, and not an easy task for her either. There are 3 swimmers in her age group coming after this heat, so she is tantalisingly close to a possible medal based on her time on paper, but she'll have to up it a wee bit and really send out a statement of intent for that trio to come. The likes of Lucy Wheeler, Georgia Milton and Tegan May Graham, soon to be unleashed out into the pool. Decent going all across the board though. We mentioned the front 3, but the 5 behind them, more or less in a straight line. You've got Isabel Hartley in 4 and Megan Adamson in 5. They're both in the 15-year age group. There are 5 15-year-old swimmers to come after these two, so again, a good swim and Newell in contention. There's certainly a lot of obstacles ahead. Abigail Miles, we last touched upon as she was beginning to edge in front of Bethan Cooper. She's now got clear water in that respect. Those two well clear of Lucy Russell, who's the other 14-year competitor in this heat. Going in lane 7. These girls have had a busy morning here at Ponds Forge. They'll have busy evenings as well if their morning was successful, and also they'll have the 800-metre freestyle to battle with tomorrow. Those that have put themselves down for that. It's an unbelievably courageous battle. And particularly when you're swimming with no one really alongside you. Abigail Miles has taken the dart towards the top. And she's got 5 and a bit seconds between her and Bethan Cooper now. It's such a long swim, you don't have to feel this. It's the case that you've really got to enjoy your own company out there in the pool if you're on your own. A long 15-20 minutes. Incredibly mentally and physically exhausting as well. Something that you don't really get to get the gist of unless you've swum it yourself. I certainly haven't. Wouldn't dream of doing it. But swimmers tell you get that build up in your muscles of the lactic and you know, strain on your lungs as well. You really feel a burn in the chest. Which is no surprise really when you think about it, but when you look at the swimmers and the way they seemingly attack the stroke in the exact same way as they did at the start of the race, you don't see any sign of fatigue. And that is a great testament to the swimmers. Of course, a few of them we've seen already with the numbers still blazoned on the shoulder blades from the open water earlier in the week. Said that they used to do the long distance, maybe not indoor though, and particularly not at national level. This is a very new part of the programme, this women's 1500, likewise to the men's 800 we saw yesterday. To both the men's 800 and the women's 1500 metre swimmers have seemingly taken to it quite well. It'll be interesting to know what the feedback is at the end of the meet. Maybe enjoy is not the right word, but certainly flourishing at this stage. Certainly Abigail Miles doing that to the Sheffield. Latest split was just over 15 minutes, 15:01.88. She's managed to do this length as well in a good time, around 36.5 seconds. Those backing Bethan Cooper on the far side on their feet now as well as she goes into her final 200 metres. She's got an awful lot of catching up to do in order to get towards Abigail Miles, as we say. The ramifications quite simple for our 14-year-old swimmers, with their 4 still to come. It's Abigail Miles who looks set here to set the time. Millie Checkley, Lottie Shaw, Evie Barber and May Bradburn in the heat to come will have to beat in order to get on the podium. And that podium will be decided at the end of the next heat. So for Abigail Miles and Bethan Cooper at the end of this, there'll be quite a bit of waiting time to find out if it's worth sticking around for the medal presentations or not, which will be coming up at the end of these heats. Let's just look further back in the field. Earlier on we had 5 in a row. Now we've got 3 or 4 that are sort of scattered in a bit of a narrow shape with Isabel Hartley in lane 4, the tip of it. She's left behind Megan Adamson. You've got level on the far side, Georgina Walker in 9, and then in the near side, Isabel Hepburn in lane 2 of Paul. But the bell's already chiming at the front, and Abigail Miles beginning to get a bit of a kick going as well. This is just about singing out now at a similar pace to what she's already been executing, maybe adding it another gear if there is one there, but certainly make sure you finish this race and finish it strongly. It's been a good swim from Abigail Miles, who seemed to plot her way to success just after the halfway point when she decided she was going to leave Bethan Cooper behind her. Bethan Cooper, though, has not let that deter her, and she is still going to get a pretty solid time. Is it competitive enough for a medal? We'll find out in around 20 minutes. But coming in now in lane 6, Abigail Miles of City of Sheffield, just above 18 minutes, which may be a bit of a bugbearer for her, but nevertheless a huge improvement, 18.053. Bethan Cooper being roared towards the wall, 18.11.31 for her. They're delighted with that. And next in will be Isabel Hartley of City of Salford, with the time that reads at 18.21.72. So far these times all improvements for each of these swimmers, so very encouraging. Isabel Hepburn next in, 18.25.48. Keep that applause coming for Adel Zakazewski as well of Wickham District, 18.25.67. And in fact all 9 of our swimmers touching into the wall now, and confirmation of those times on the screen. Abigail Miles winning it then, 18.053. That is the time for the upcoming 14-year-olds to beat in the next heat, which is heat 6.
Take your mark.
Penultimate heat then, ladies and gentlemen, of the 1500 metre freestyle. Run you through the start list here. Kayla Lawson is going in lane 0. 1 is Lucy Wheeler, Wickham District. Kayla from St Milton Keynes. In 2 is Millie Checkley from City of Birmingham. Neve Perry for West Suffolk goes in 3. In 4, that's Lauren Woods from Lincoln Vulcans. 5, Grace King between Ipswich. In 6 is Lottie Shaw from Northampton. In 7 from Romford Town, that's Georgia Milton. In 8 from Grimsby is Evie Barber. And in 9 from Chelmsford is May Bradburn. Running through the age categories here, as once again they are important. A few different categories swimming. We've got our last 14-year-olds in this race. That's Millie Checkley in 2. Lottie Shaw in 6, and in 8 and 9, Evie Barber and May Bradburn. So do keep an eye on lanes 2, 4, my apologies, 2, 6, 8 and 9. At the minute, Lottie Shaw in 6 and Millie Checkley in 2, going along nicely. They're right up with the leader, who's Lauren Woods in lane 4. She's in the 16-year category alongside Neve Perry in 3. And Keela Lawson in 0. And I've got 1 senior in the race. That's Georgia Milton in 7. Grace King in 5 is in the 15-year category. So a few little dynamics to ponder as the race continues. Remains to be seen. Of course, such a short way through the race. We are officially reaching a third of the way through. First 500 metres is boxed off by the majority of our swimmers. Plenty of you have been in touch once again on Twitter. Which is lovely to see. Tiverton getting behind their swimmers Gemma, Sam and Jodie, all racing this afternoon in their finals. They say make your last one a fast one. That's what we like to hear. Kirsty Billing is getting behind Georgia in the 1500 metres. City of Derby Summit. Club record, apparently, which is very, very nice indeed. It will be Georgina Walker, who's in our last heat. That's true, Georgina. Congratulations to you. Karen Saunders has been in touch. Her favourite moment of the competition so far. Mark Edmondson of Team Bath finding his inner diva before the 50-metre backstroke today. He knew exactly where the camera was, and he's given it the big one. He's turned around, eyed it up, given it the pistol finger. I think it's safe to say, Karen, that he was indeed up for it, as you mentioned. Got a close race. It's May Bradburn who currently leads the way on the far side in lane 9. Really close though. Lottie Shaw is right up there. And so too is Lucy Wheeler and Millie Checkley, two of the youngsters in this race. And we've got Millie Checkley in the 14-year category. She's up there. She may well be up there near the podium as well. We'll see. Go Lottie go is the shout from the Northampton crowd. They're right behind there, somewhere in lane 6. Going along nicely. Got a little bit of work to do though at the moment. Just a couple of seconds down on May Bradburn in lane 9. 10 laps to go. We're 2/3 of the way through. looks like we're in for a close finish here. May Bradburn in lane 9. Directly competing against Lottie Shaw as well. They are in the same age category. And those two are giving it everything. How close will this race get? At the minute, May Bradburn is dominating it. 300 metres to go, and she is pretty clear at the present. 14:24 there. Lottie Shaw, good 5 seconds back. This would be some comeback, even with this amount of time. Chelmsford coach on the far side is not going to let May rest on her laurels. Her PB is 18:26.3. Lottie Shaw's set in Loughborough May was 18:21.25. For 14-year-olds, below 18 minutes is the target. If they can break that, they've got a very, very, very good chance of getting a medal. And Abigail Miles, who has set the standard in the 14-year category in the last heat. Will May Bradburn break it? She's going to give it a good go. The next time she'll be at the home end, she'll be hearing the bell. It will be close, but she's got a very, very good chance. Back home she comes then, still maintaining that lead over Lottie Shaw, and in fact that lead has gotten bigger as well. May Bradburn, if anything, is accelerating. And here comes the bell for May Bradburn. Just 60 more meters to go. It doesn't seem like a lot, but at this point, it will feel like eternity for May Bradburn, I don't doubt. She's given everything to get to this stage. Needs to go under 18 minutes. She's got a shout of doing it, but she's got to really go in this last 30 meters or so. She'll be waved on and urged on by her coaches and teammates on the far side and by the spectators in the gallery. It's going to go down to the wire. 18 minutes is what she's after. We're set by Abigail Miles of the city of Sheffield. It's going to go close. May Bradburn to the wall is going to do it. 17:57.37. Terrific swim from May Bradburn. Lottie Shaw finishes in second with 18:04.53. That in itself is a very fine swim. Lucy Wheeler third with 18:05. But what a fine, fine swim from May Bradburn, out on her own for much of that race over in lane 9. Very mature swim, very composed, and ultimately very, very quick as well. It's a huge new personal best. Best part of 30 seconds for the Chelmsford swimmer. And I think we've got one very happy coach and some very happy spectators as well with that result. The rest of our swimmers are coming in, and those are the confirmed results. Bradburn, Shaw and Wheeler, the 1, 2, 3. As we move ourselves on to the final heat of the women's 1500 metres freestyle.
So the 14-year category has been said and done, but there are 4 still age groups battling away at it. The 12, 13-year category, the 15 years, the 16 years and the 17 years and over will all be decided at the end of this heat. And then of course we'll have the medal presentations coming up shortly afterwards, with enough time following that for the warm-up to begin for this evening's finals. The evening's finals starting at 4:30. Warm-up we're hoping to start in the main pool at 3:30. All 10 in the pool for this. And 0 from Royal Wolverhampton is Eleanor Bainbridge. 1 from Thanet Swim, Tasmin Mybutt. 2 from Chase, Caitlin Kilgallen. 3 from Hatfield, Billy. Billy Grant in lane 3. Lane 4 from Southport, Scarlett Aspinall. Lane 5 from Paul is Tegan May Graham. And 6 from Nova Centurion, Chloe Quinn. 7 from Wickham District, Katie Haverin-Jones. 8 from Northampton, Bobby Harper. And 9 from Team Bath is Samantha Hammond. Well, one very simple permutation in this one is that Bobby Harper in lane 8 has to beat 18:13.3 in order to get the title in the 12 to 13-year age group. That time was set, what seems like an age ago now, in Heat 4 by Ruby Wheeler of Basildon and Phoenix. That awesome display in lane 0. And Bobby Harper in lane 8 is the only one that can stop her topping the podium. So she goes in lane 8. As for the rest of the pool, 15-year category features 4 swimmers, both paired up really. Eleanor Bainbridge in 0, Tasmia Mybra in 1, and then Chloe Quinn in 6, and Kate Haverin-Jones in 7. As for the 16 years, again, 4 of those. There are 3 next to each other. Caitlin Kilgallen in 2, Billy Grant in 3, and Scarlett Aspinall in 4, and Samantha Hammond in 9. And then the 1 17-year and over swimmer, Tegan May Graham, in lane number 5. So there's an awful lot riding on the next 10 minutes or so. We've had exactly 5 minutes now, and Caitlin Kilgallen is the furthest advanced at this point in lane 2, more or less alongside Tegan May Graham in lane 5. Mind as well that you can get any of the sessions from this week so far, including the long distance ones, if that's your preference, for the price of £5. To do so, all you have to do is scan the QR code that you'll see around Ponds Forge on posters that have been put on the pillars and on the walls. You may have noticed a couple of them coming into the spectator stand as well. Scan that code on the camera on your phone. It'll take you to the Vimeo website where you can choose the session of your preference and you can make that purchase. And of course, we've had a lot of great moments already created here over the course of the first 3 and a bit days. Still 1.5 to go, including tonight, of course, and day 5 on Super Saturday in Sheffield. This one's still very much on an even keel, and yet to get to the halfway point, but Caitlin Kilgallen in 2 and Tegan May Graham in 5 with 2 yellow caps that were going along at a similar pace, now joining them in 3 and 4. Uninvited guests, Billy Grant and Scarlett Aspinall, as far as the 2 in front of them are concerned. And lanes 1 and 8 even as well. Tasmia Mybra and Bobby Harper. And of course, Bobby Harper looking to go out alone really in this race. No one else in her age group to rival. But maybe you could argue she's in a better place to be than Ruby Wheeler was, because she's around swimmers that are quicker. And maybe that can drag her home in that respect. Certainly doesn't look fazed by her elders in the opening exchanges. And likewise to Bobby Harper, should I say, but at the other end of the age spectrum. Tegan May Graham in lane 5 of pool, the only one in the 17 years and over category. So again, no one for her to compare her swim to in her age group. It's a blind run, if you like, against the clock. We'll see where it takes her. Come up to the halfway point, and as you were between Kilgallen and Graham, 4 now lined up behind them. Mybra in 1 with Grant in 3, Aspinall in 4, and still Bobby Harper in lane 8, who's putting in a tremendous shift for Northampton. Turning first, Caitlin Kilgallen. The gap between her and second, currently standing at 0.72.
It's going to be an interesting finish, that's for sure, in our final heat. Do keep an eye on Bobby Harper of Northampton, currently in third place in lane 8. The youngest in this race, 13 this year. She's looking to beat the time set by Ruby Wheeler. 18:13.3. It was a really good swim from Ruby, that. But will Bobby beat it? A lot of support from our coaches and indeed our spectators too. And often swimmers don't need too much motivation, but over the longer distances, maybe just a reminder to keep going, an urge to kick that bit harder. We are 2/3 of the way through. Leading the way, Caitlin Kilgallen of Chase. She's in the 16-year category, and the rest of the field are giving chase. In second place now is Caitlin Kilgallen. It was Tegan May Graham, but she's overturned that lead. Those two are interchanging every stroke, it seems. Tegan May from Poole. Really close one, this. Tegan May is in the category above. She's in the 17 and overs. Rest of the chasing pack all pretty much very close to each other. In lane 1, Tamsin Maiber in the 15s. In 8, it's Bobby Harper of the 13s. What a swim from Bobby Harper, just to be in this kind of company. Prove she's here on merit. It wasn't just a freak swim to get her to this stage. She's having a really, really good time of it. Chloe Quinn now moves up to 4th place. She's garnering a lot of support. Nova Centurion swimmer in the green hat, traditional colours of Nova. Getting towards the business end. 300 metres to go for our leaders, who are Tegan May Graham and Caitlin Kilgallen. Tegan May has now got something of a definitive lead. It was too close really to call for much of the last few minutes, but now it's about half a body length. That's not a lot, granted, but it's more than she's had in a little while. As they come back towards home, they'll hear the bell, and that's when they know they are nearly home. It is Tegan May Graham who leads the way in the 17 and over category, in 2nd place in the race. Is Caitlin Kilgallen in the 16-year category. Less than 200 to go. In 3rd, the youngster, the wee nipper in lane 8, Bobby Harper. What a race she's had. What a prospect she is. I wonder. They are just a few strokes away now from taking the belt. Tegan May Graham in the 17s. Hits first, and then Caitlin Kilgallen in the 16s. Bobby Harper in the 12-13 year class. Just behind her is Chloe Quinn in the 15s. Finishing strongly is Tamsin Maiba, also in the 15s of Thanet Swim in lane 1. Chloe and Tamsin almost in direct competition. Tamsin just marginally behind. Probably too much at this stage to turn it over though. And what a finish this is by Caitlin Kilgallen, who's finishing strongly. In many ways, it's not really about the race. These two are in separate age categories. But what a race it is going to be. Tegan May Graham is just going to hold on. 17:59.69. Now, keep an eye on the far side. Lane 8. I think Bobby Harper is going to get a gold medal. She is. 18:07.97. In the 12-13 year category. Caitlin Kilgallen second. Tegan May Graham first. Chloe Quinn finishes 4th, 18:08.22, second in front of Tamsin Maiba. Honor Bainbridge then in 6th place with 18:12. A really grinding, grueling race. But ultimately, it is Tegan May Graham who won it. Dipping under the 18-minute mark. What a good swim it was. 17:59.69 for Tegan May Graham. word for Bobby Harper. Gold medal in the 12-13 year category. 18:07 the time. Knocking just shy of 10 seconds off the personal best. We will, ladies and gentlemen, be having the medal ceremonies for these events very, very shortly, so do stay with us. And swimmers who have won medals, do make your presences known by the timing suite. And we will try and do their ceremonies as quickly as we can for you.
So thanks, ladies and gentlemen, not only for being with us right now ahead of the medal presentations, but also through the course of the last couple of hours as well with the women's 1500 metre freestyle. I'm sure all the swimmers really do appreciate that support, and including those watching on the live stream as well, cutting short their lunch break in order to be here and watch the 7 heats of action. Steve will be bringing us the medal presentations very shortly indeed. A reminder that in around 10 minutes time the warm-up will begin for the final session tonight, which will start at 4:30. So at 3:30, 10 minutes time, we will have the medal. We will have the warm-up, should I say, for this evening, and very shortly will be the medal presentation.
Please can we have the following swimmers to medal presentation, please? Apologies if you are already there, but I'm just going to run through them all just to make sure if your name is called and you're not at the medal presentation area, please can you be very, very quickly. Bobby Harper, Kennedy Gordon, Ruby Wheeler, May Bradburn, Abigail Miles, Lottie Shaw, Chloe Quinn, Tamsin Myber, Eleanor Bainbridge, Caitlin Kilgallen, Lauren Woods, Scarlett Aspinall, Tegan May Graham, Lucy Wheeler and Dorothy Goodgame. If you're not already at the medal presentation area, ladies, please be so very, very shortly. We will be running the presentations, with or without you, very, very soon. Obviously, we'd prefer with. Almost time then, ladies and gentlemen, for our medal ceremonies. Thank you for your patience. We will be running them in the next couple of moments as we reward our incredible swimmers for their wonderful endurance. Ladies and gentlemen, the medal ceremony for the women's 1500 metres freestyle. Please welcome our presentation party. The Swim England President, Richard Whitehead, accompanied by the Swim England Regional Presidents from the South East, Eileen Adams, and the South West, Paul Robbins. The winners of the bronze medals. In the 12-13 year category, representing Basildon and Phoenix, Ruby Wheeler. And in the 14-year category, representing Northampton, Lottie Shaw. In the 15-year category, but unable to collect her medal at this time, Eleanor Bainbridge. The winners of the silver medals. In the 12-13 year category, representing Guildford City, Kennedy Gordon. In the 14-year category, representing City of Sheffield, Abigail Miles. And in the 15 years category, representing Thanet Swim, Tamsin Myber. Tamsin is unable to collect her medal at this time. The winners of the Swim England National Summer Meet 2018 gold medals. In the 12-13 years category, representing Northampton, Bobby Harper. And in the 14-year category, representing Chelmsford, May Bradburn. And in the 15 years category, representing Nova Centurion, Chloe Quinn. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it one more time for our medalists. Ladies and gentlemen, the medal ceremony for the women's 1500 metres freestyle. The winners of the bronze medals. In the 15 years age group, representing Royal Wolverhampton School, Eleanor Bainbridge. In the 16 years age group, representing Southport, Scarlett Aspinall. And in the 17 years and over age group, representing City of Oxford, Dorothy Goodgame. The winners of the silver medals. In the 15 years age group, representing Thanet Swim, Tamsin Maiba. In the 16 years age group, representing Lincoln Vulcans, Lauren Woods. And in the 17 years and over age group, representing Wickham District, Lucy Wheeler. The winners of the Swim England National Summer Meet 2018 gold medals. In the 16-year age group, representing Chase, Caitlin Kilgallen. And in the 17 years and over age group, representing Poole, Tegan May Graham. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it one last time for your medalists. Big congratulations to all of our girls there on some fantastic swims, and indeed some very well deserved medals. So thank you very much for watching, ladies and gentlemen, this mid-afternoon session. We will be back in about 60 minutes time for the evening session and our finals. We cannot wait to welcome you back then. Those of you in the crowd, go and take a breather, maybe get some fresh air.